And then you're gonna ask him to get a license, please. Please get a driver's license. Can DMX get a driver's license, please?
I don't know, man. I think any documentation you're awarded, he's gotten revoked. So,
right.
But with this one, the way I went about this one is exactly how I went about the Pun and Pac one. I know that the minute I saw that, I sighed real hard because I there's nothing wrong with Black Thought advancing. We know that. It's just, I think of Prime DMX and Prime DMX really had like a chokehold on me. The energy in that music, even to this day, I still get something out of it. But X is just not advancing over Black Thought. Not with A, that Roots catalog, and B, still Black Thought may arguably be the best rapper out right now. Yeah. Literally against anybody in this generation, which may not be saying much. He would spank Drake. He would body Kendrick. I think when you can say that about somebody who's been in the game this long, over 20 years and whatnot. DMX doesn't have off, in his career, unfortunately. And I just think Black Thought's just a stronger MC. And, if both of them were dropping albums tomorrow, as much as I love X, I'd be more intrigued for the Black Thought album.
Word. And that album is coming soon.
Put out a solo.
Yeah, 9th drop.
Yeah, I heard of it. He keeps teasing it, but
But then again, he we'll do one with that selected too, so,
All right, man. Shout out to PE. Shout out to Chuck.
Oh, now that's what I was going to talk about.
But we got to go. We got a whole nother region we got to do. And Talib is basically like, there's no way Chuck D wins this.
Which hurts.
So we got to just move on, man, for time constraints.
I see, but we'll discuss that later.
Right. Talib Kweli probably hacked up.
I know you said it's time constraints.
Yeah. So we'll move on to the last region, fourth quarter of the podcast. And it actually was the first region that we started out voting with. And this is the Beats, Rhymes, and Life region. So this region is pretty much how the bracket first began. So in the Beats, Rhymes, and Life bracket, we have, Midnight Marauders. Actually, you know what? We've done. Shit, we done them all. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
We done them all. We done them all.
So let me speak
So Talib and Chuck D can get this will be our final call.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think for me and how KRS-One is the teacher, but Chuck D was my personal teacher. Like as far as how I looked at like society, social.
And we seeing Talib tonight.
Yeah, and we're gonna see Talib tonight. So to me, Chuck D, like I said, and I always said, Chuck D and Ice Cube raised me in my earlier stage as far as how I view things to this day and everything else. But I couldn't give him past Talib, who's to me is like an offspring of Chuck D in a certain extent, But to me, like Talib was more of a personal version, and Chuck D and a lot of it's his son. Yeah. So it's almost like the student.
It's another father-son.
Yeah, exactly. The student surpassed the teacher. In this case here, which hurt me because as far as I'm concerned, I would move Chuck D as far as I would want to move, but I couldn't move him past Talib here too. So to me, it's almost like Talib is like Chuck D 2.0 in a sense.
I'm glad that we can have the free that we can talk about this one. Chuck D is so major.
To me, he has the best rap voice
in hip hop history. Like Chuck D is like a runaway slave with a microphone.
He's Nat Turner.
Yeah.
He's Nat Turner.
Like he was really just somebody that was like given the stance to knowledge to just give awareness.
Yeah.
But he only rapped because he figured out like this is I can just move more people.
Versus me just saying
an activist.
Well, he was an activist, but versus being a 100% full activist on the front line, I can make these records speaking this, but be lyrical enough where people be behind me, where you have like rock bands saying, I want to do music with you.
Yeah.
Because they had a very strong white fan base.
Oh, of course.
You
do. It's more white than black.
Yeah, exactly.
And not to say that the black community was with
What
PE, but it's just more white people.
But like because you gotta remember they mix a lot of the early Def Jam days. You gotta remember they had a lot of rock influence.
Yeah.
So a lot of white people like, they use a lot of rock samples and that, and they kind of gravitate towards them. Like Anthrax, a rock group, they did a song together, So I mean, his voice, his overall presence. I mean, there's no Q to me, solo Q, not NWA Q, but solo Q without Chuck D, in my opinion.
Listen. Black
Tupac's even an offspring of Chuck D, man.
Yeah.
Talib, Tupac, Black Thought.
Especially early Tupac.
Tupac was the roadie for Public Enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Chuck D got stories on Tupac. And shout out to Chuck D.
They communicated when he was in jail. They were gonna work together. It was one of those letters of Tupac from jail that keep getting released. They communicated when he was in jail.
Shoot, there's no Cypress Hill almost without Chuck D.
And on that note, Cypress Hill was the inverse opposite sound of Public Enemy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Chuck, basically, like I said, man, to me it's like a runaway slave, but you put a dope ass beat. And shout out to Hank Shock Lee and the Bomb Squad, because that production was just so goddamn tough. Yeah. I mean, oh my god, man, yo, if you got some speakers in your crib or in your car.
Yeah, this beat's knock, man.
Oh
those beats were made to knock.
Oh my god! And then you have Chuck on top of them, just giving you what you need on the mental. Yo, it's like a well balanced dinner. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not even heavy into politics like that. But just the way he went about making music, his presence on the mic and the force of the music. That's why. I'm not saying, I would definitely say if you put them in a room, like that analogy we keep using, I think Talib walks away from that one. But just the approach to making music, I'm a little bit, I'm not as deep into either catalog as you guys are. But with Chuck D, just the Public Enemy's approach to making sounds, the high energy music, that's not even me trying to say Talib Kweli's whack. It's just, just the ferociousness of Public Enemy. And I do think that they, I think you might agree with me. I think Public Enemy like a hip-hop than Talib did. So, especially with the message they had. There was back during a time where the messages, that they could create and put on the mainstream was allowed to be. Yeah. That's why I had Chuck D. Man, I know you said Talib dominated this, but I personally voted for Chuck D.
Well, Ray, I mean, definitely, but I think that to me, okay, this is how I look at it, and we're going to close this off like this. We love our legends, and we give them high praise and respect, but when they stop recording, how long can we say if we have the next generation who's producing, and they haven't stopped yet? Like, how long can we say, damn, okay, the student has outmastered the teacher? And that's kind of where
I think that comes down to maybe it also depends on the quality too, right?
It's opinion, but to me.
The irony of me using the word quality too, right?
right. Damn you. But I love Talib, probably my favorite rapper. I gotta give it to him because it's listen, man, I'm no cheap thrill. You know what I'm saying? I give these rappers a hard time, and it's I put Kane, G-Rap, Rakim, Grandmaster Caz, Run DMC, all those guys. I make sure that they are at the top, But at a certain point, if you stop doing records, and then you have your, the student as a Kweli or well, most is not even in the conversation. Talib's still doing stuff today, and he has the classics to back it up. So why not elect Kweli? It's when are we going to do it? You know what I mean? So it's just why not now? And that's why I just chose Kweli. But there is no right or wrong, answer to this one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But on that note, man,
I hear that.
Word. And I'm glad we were able to conclude with that. On that note, man, this is the final round 2 of the rapper bracket. This is the Sweet 16, and You can pretty much check us out at Rapper Bracket on Twitter, Facebook. We have the IG up now. And I want to say peace to Ray for, he's in our committee. But I want to say peace to Ray for even, getting on with us tonight and making this 3-man weave possible. And once again, shout out.
Always a pleasure, man. Love these.
Always. And, this is a farewell to the 2 Cents podcast. And what better way to do it with a March Madness style bracket and just super MCs and just talk about super MCs and how we love them and how they fare in these matchups. And I love it, man. I love it. We've gotten double the attention on this second round than we have the first round, so we're doing something right.
Picking up steam, you know what it is? You're pissing off a lot of people. And when you're doing that means you're getting a lot of people to care, doing the right thing.
Word up.
And and I don't know if you're able to see. I retweet every single one that you post. I retweet all of them because I want that to upset people. I want them to see their favorite rapper is losing.
Word, brother, word. Yeah, I love it. I respect it, man. Respect it. Like I said, once again, shout out to Zell for coming through, guesting live on the podcast. Check us out. Round 3 is approaching us within the next minutes. And we'll have our Elite 8 within a week. And then we'll do our Final 4. And then it's on after that, man. And it's adios, amigos. So that's it, man. That's all we got to do for this round. Catch us at Rapper Bracket. And, you can still vote Lauryn Hill if you want. It won't count, but... You can still vote it.
just fill out the bracket, send it in.
Right. You can fill out the physical and just send it in, and we'll just stamp it with a love sign. On that note, we out, man. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, peace, guys.
All right, Ray.